Hello, my name is Ben Sayer. In this video, I'm going to show you the database options screen in RootsMagic 3. Now there's some really interesting options in here and some things that I think you're going to want to change if you haven't gone in here and made some customizations. So within this options menu, we can change some things about the startup of RootsMagic that I think you're going to like. I'm going to make the changes for the first time in this version here. So up here on the menu bar, there's this Tools menu entry. I'm just going to click that one time. And then down here at the bottom of that drop down, there's one that says Options. I'm going to click that one time. And then right here, there's this Database Options. I'm going to click on that one time. Okay, then this section of the dialog box is populated. And there's some very interesting things in here. The first one is this root person. So sometimes when you start out with RootsMagic, or any program for that matter, and load in a GEDCOM that you've gotten from someone else, the root person isn't the person that you want to be the root person. And in RootsMagic 3, here's how you change that. So you go in here, click that select, and then navigate to the person that you're looking for and select them by clicking the select button. So if I wanted Richard Swayze to be the root person, I would select him over in that pane and then click the select button. Since I don't want to do that, I do want myself to be the root in this. That's how you change that. The next thing that I want to show you in here are these checkbox options. The first one is one that you had an option, actually a couple of these two are options that you had when you first started RootsMagic. The first one is display surnames in uppercase. So regardless of how you enter them, if this is checked, then they will display in uppercase. The next one is LDS support, and then within that one you have options to show the birth, endowment, sealing to parents, and sealing to spouse on the pedigree view, the family view, and the description view, or descendants view. So you can turn those on or off as you desire if you have LDS support on. If you turn LDS support off, of course you can't change those. And then these drop downs are the ones that I want to actually make some changes for mine, but I'll show you all of them. So the first one is which person you want to start with having the focus when you start up this database file. And the default choice is the root person that's identified up here. And the other choice, and the one I want to change to, is this last person from previous session. So whoever I have selected at the end of a session when I close out, it's going to remember that next time I start up RootsMagic and bring me back to that person. That's the behavior that I want it to have. Now this next one is the view that you want to start with when opening the database. So by default it starts up in the pedigree view. You can change that to the family view or the descendant view, or what I'm going to change it to is the last view from a previous session. So those two choices right there allow me to set RootsMagic up so that it picks up where it left off after I close the file and come back. It's going to have me on the same person and then the same view I had before. That's the behavior that I'm looking for. This date format option is again one that you had the first time that you installed RootsMagic 3. So if you wanted to change that some later time, you can do that. This one is one that I'm going to change also. This is the nickname format. So in this case, this John Kennedy was also known as Jack, and this format has the nickname in parentheses. Now to me, the parentheses means that that's a maiden name, so I'm going to change that. That's the format that I use is that quotes are put around nicknames, so I'm going to change it to that format there, so that now Jack in quotes Kennedy means that John Kennedy's nickname was Jack. And then the last thing is the fourth option that I talked about in the screencast on installing RootsMagic 3, and that is if you want a record number or a reference number displayed after a name on the main screen, you can select those. So if you set one of those or didn't set it and want to change that later, in this database options dialog is where you change that. So there we go. We've got this changed, and I want to show you how that picking up where you left off works in here. So I'm just going to navigate to someone else in the tree here, and I'm going to change the view as well. So I'm going to go to this family view for John Schuldebrand and Eliza Hansen. And then I'm just going to close out RootsMagic. I'm going to skip the backup. And then once again, just to show you how that picks up where it left off, I'll start RootsMagic. And there we go, right where we left off, John Schuldebrand, Eliza Hansen. It did not return me to me as the person on the pedigree view.